Good morning. So I just thought I'd take a moment to finally get a chance to do another video here. It's Sunday. I hope everyone's doing good. Glorious weather we're having. And this video is a little bit of a funny idea I had, I guess. I'm going to show you some of my favorite vinyl pieces in my collection. So these are favorites that I own. The music in them, it's great. They're favorite music pieces, but they're also just favorite pieces in my vinyl collection. They're treasures. So they're really good packaging and ones that I tend to, pull out and look at a lot. And a lot of them, the feel of them, they just feel great. Really beautiful pieces. So I wanted to show some off and talk a little bit about each. The next video I do, I'll announce it now, is I'm going to do a sort of similar type of thing. It's based on artwork. I'm going to pick out and show my favorite vinyl covers in my collection, but this one is my favorite vinyl pieces, so important treasures in my collection. They're all gatefold, meaning that you pull them out and you can open them up, and because that way, obviously that attracts someone that likes the artwork that comes with the album. And yeah, so let's get into it. Don't forget to like and subscribe for me, and drop me a comment. I wish I got more comments. That's a lot of fun to. What a thrill it is for me to get a comment back from somebody about a little YouTube video about music. That's cool to me. So yeah, first one I wanted to show is quite a special one, and some of them are new to my collection or newer to my collection. There's a couple that I'll tell you that I've had a while. So this is a very special piece. This is Crosby, Stills and Nash, and this is a record that was sent to me by my friend Dave from out west, part of the record club, and it is a gatefold. I just love this photo. Obviously it's a repress, but it's a beautiful record, and even it's got beautiful, the vinyl itself. This record is so cool because it's got this interesting, gorgeous texture to it. It's not corduroy, of course, but it has this feel to it. It's really quite lovely. So that's definitely become a big part of my collection. I love it. Plus the music's great. This one here is another newer one, and received as a gift from Kara. I had wanted Thin Lizzy. I didn't have any Thin Lizzy, and I wanted it. And I mean, the greatest hits is where it's at. If you haven't gotten into a band that's been around a long time, where do you begin in their discography? So this is a greatest hits collection. I just love the look of it, and it's got this raised, the cover is raised. It's so nice. It is a cool gatefold that shows all of their albums over the years. So neat to look at. And that's the back of it. And it's just chock full of amazing hits on it. I mean, it's got all their big ones, right? Got all the big ones. Boys Are Back in Town, Jailbreak, Dancing in the Moonlight. Oh, so good. So this has become a real treasure in my collection. This one here, another new one that I got last December. Again, from my friend Dave, who hits it out of the park with people with music because he knows his stuff. And this is Matt Mays. I didn't have any Matt Mays. And where do you begin? So this is a just amazing triple album, and it's got a lot of songs on it, all the songs you need. It opens up, it's a triple album, opens right up. Matt Mays being a Canadian artist, cool stuff, love his music, and I'm very proud to have that one. Here is probably, well, it is not probably, it is the oldest one that I'm going to show you today from my vinyl pieces. That is a true treasure that I've had since I was a young teenager, and I used to just stare at the cover, and it's a unique cover. It's Sabbath Live Evil, and it's such a unique cover because the characters that are portrayed on the cover are characters from different Sabbath classic songs. So, when we were kids, well, it's, even to this day, I still look at them and identify the song by the character. It's so cool. And it's a really good live album. This was Ronnie James Dio. got some great stuff on here. Very classic. Had this guy a while and still enjoy it. And this is a very important one to me. Being a big Hip fan and really a massive Gord Downie fan, this is the one that he did. They put out a couple of albums of his now since his passing, or they did the one that was after his passing. This was done just sort of prior to his passing, and this is Introduce Yourself, Gord Downie. And I didn't know what to expect when I got this. I wasn't quite sure, being such a huge Hip fan. And I'll tell you something, it is a real favorite. So it's got all these many songs on here. It's really, it's Gord, so the writing is just unbelievable. But what's so hitting with this album is that the songs are all about different events in Gord's life that he writes a song and sings about. Everything from My First Girlfriend to bedtime, when he sings about his putting his child to bed. Oh, it's just so heartfelt. It's really a gorgeous album. This is one that's changed up and go real fun. This is one that a band that I didn't have anything from. And I knew I wanted to get some stuff from, and I saw it when I was shopping in Toronto at Sonic Boom with Cameron one time, a couple of years ago, and I grabbed it, kind of not sure, because I knew their big hits, but when I got this home and I put it on, and I'm like, everything on here is just amazing. And it is the hits from the Cars, moving in stereo. But the packaging on this is so unique and cool. The coloring, it just hits what this band was all about. The coloring is so cool. And it's just got all their big hits, 2 record set. I love having it. It's a lot of fun. This one here is one that seems to trend here, that I've got a lot of these that are from bands that I didn't have but wanted to have. So, you seek out stuff and you ask for some recommendations at the stores. And this one here, speaking of the YouTube channels, this one here is a fella that I was directed to by a fella named Norman Maslov, and he has a YouTube channel I've been watching for a few years, and he filled me in on Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds on the channel, and I knew about it. So I went and got this record. So this record is something else, because it's a record that Nick Cave wrote and put together after the death of his son, tragically, his young son, and an accidental death. And it is, to say it's emotional is, yeah, it sure is. But it's got a gorgeous package. It's really a beautiful record. Proud to have this one. This is one that, again, another artist that, come on, we all know and love, but I didn't own any of his stuff just because of what I was into growing up when he was doing his thing, but I'm sure happy to have it now. And Elton John Diamonds. There's a couple of Elton John, obviously more than a couple of Elton John compilations to go after. I chose this one. It's so beautiful. What a beautiful collection, and I love the packaging. All the songs that you want and need are on here, as far as I'm concerned, from Elton, from the rockers to the beautiful ballads. Nice to have. This is a band that I've recently learned about a while back, and was a recommendation at one of the record stores, and amazing. It's a really simple looking package, but to feel it, it's got a really beautiful texture, and it's quite nice to touch and to have. It's The War on Drugs, and it's called Live Drugs. It's a very famous live record that they did, and it's a minimalist, if you want to say, cover art in an artwork package, but the music is really good. That's the War on Drugs. Another modern band directly came from Cameron and got me into these guys, and I dig them a lot. I have all their records. This is my favorite album of theirs, and it's the 1975. This album, they like to be unique with their titles, and it's called I Like It When You Sleep, for You Are So Beautiful Yet So Unaware of It. Funny title, but they do that. They just have kind of tongue-in-cheek about it, but really good record. And what I love is that inside, when you open it up, every photo is for one of the songs on the record, and it's a beautiful record, including just gorgeous, I'll show you better, gorgeous clear vinyl. They tend to put really nice packages together, the 1975. They don't cheap out in any way, and it's really impressive. Here's one of my older ones. There's another older one that I wanted to show. It's a simple package, simple record looking package, but I just have always been drawn to it. Bad Company. It's a great record, but it's such a simple cover. It's so cool. It's nothing dramatic about it necessarily, and lots of bands have their photos, but I just have always liked this photo of them. I think it's a neat photo. It shows off back in the day. These guys were huge. You know, we're talking late 70s, early 80s, you know, kind of guys. And I just think that photo is so cool. It really is a snapshot in time with the long hair, and they're so cool. Good record too. And the last one I wanted to show you guys is, you know, an extremely valuable record, the most valuable record in my collection, and it was just a simple gift from my buddy Colin many years ago, and birthday gift. I don't think at the time Colin really understood what this was, and I didn't either. But since then, yeah, it's a very important piece of it's actually the centerpiece of my collection, to be quite candid. Not just because of the value of it, but also because of I love Pearl Jam. This is Rear View Mirror, and this is a very impressive set. You open it right up. All the songs are on this set. Multi-vinyl. Very happy to have this. It even, you know, it's one of those because it just feels powerful, just like Pearl Jam are. Very good. So that's my video. I hope you guys like that. That was kind of fun for me. I like doing the variety ones. So yeah, next time I'm going to do the video about my favorite album covers in my collection, and talk a little bit about that. Having a blast with this, and yeah, have a great day, guys. If you watched this today, thank you, and make a comment. That'd be great. Take care. See ya.